Yo, viewers, George here, and it's Zelda month! Yes, Zelda month, where I officially decided we'd celebrate the Zelda series all month long. But wait, I hear you saying from beyond the monitor, doesn't someone more popular and more funnier than you do a Zelda month in November? No. So yeah, let's look at the Game & Watch game Zelda on the Game & Watch. It's kind of self-explanatory, really. Really opening. Zelda on the Game & Watch is a dual-screen Game & Watch game where you play as Link and you have to save Zelda, the princess, not the Game & Watch game. That would just be, weird. So you might be asking yourself, what is a Game & Watch? Well, it's a handheld system that used liquid crystals to display images. Kind of like those McDonald's toys that they had that were Sega-themed some years ago, but better. And today we're going to be playing a Zelda-themed game that uses this LCD technology. I should also note I'm playing this on the Game Boy Advance game Game & Watch Gallery 4, which means I had to play a lot of Game & Watch games. So many. So much octopus. So many tentacles. Released way back in 1989, Zelda the Game & Watch game is surprisingly complex with its limited technology. The goal is to venture into 8 dungeons to collect 8 Triforce pieces. And you gotta love how the game's manual gives us some sort of story.
The havoc caused by 8 fierce dragons is increasing day by day. These dragons have refused to live in peace with man and are fighting against him to rule the world. Now that your sweetheart, Princess Zelda, has been kidnapped by the evil dragons, you have resolved to destroy the dragons.
You gotta love the way the manual words it. It sounds like the dragons just start picking a fight with one guy. And since when was Princess Zelda ever Link's sweetheart? I recall Link saving Zelda because she was a princess, and Link was also the bearer of the Triforce of Courage. When did a romantic subplot get involved? Remember, this game came out in 1989. By then we had 2 Zelda games, The Legend of Zelda and The Adventures of Link. The closest we ever got to some sort of love interest was a vague implication at the end of The Adventure of Link. And that's quite a leap to go from maybe there's something between them to calling one another honey and sweetheart. I'm just saying that my suspension of disbelief is wobbly at best. Upon starting the game, your first thought would most likely be, what is this? What am I looking at? How do I do Link? Well, this is Link. Your goal is to kill this moblin. Oh, I'm sorry, goblin. The goblin's life is over here. Once you've killed it, you've cleared the room. And sometimes after clearing a room, you'll get an item. Like a map to see the rest of the dungeon, water of life to, I don't know, grow life, and a tomahawk? Why does Link use a tomahawk? Oh, it's for the boss battle. Well, it's nice of those dragons to leave a very useful weapon laying around inside their own lair. Christ, it'd be like if right before he goes to sleep, Dracula left some garlic on his nightstand for Selman Belmont to use on him. Anywho, these djinns, or I mean ghosts, attack Link from behind with fireballs. Yeah, because ghosts are known for shooting fireballs. Fireballs that look a hell of a lot more like arrows. Oh well, Stelphos, yes, the manual actually refers to them by their real names, and not call them skeletons or anything like that. Stelphos try to stab you from underneath like these scared little pansies that they are. You also have hit points indicated by these lovely black hearts. If you lose all of them, it's game over, unless you have the Water of Life, which of course gives you a second chance at life. Now that we all know what we're doing, let's actually play some Zelda on the Game & Watch. Which I'm playing on the Game Boy Advance. Shut up. Okay, so maybe it's not the most interesting game to look at, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. For starters, this game handles pretty well for an LCD game. Normally they're very choppy and clunky and generally feel really slowly paced. But with Zelda, there's always something going on. It's a very easy and pick up to play game with some sort of challenge to it, which of course is very good for a Game & Watch game. So the game is pretty easy to control. You can move left and right, and you can use the attack button to hit the non-moblin goblin. It should be noted that attacking places your shield behind you so you can block those nasty fire arrow balls from those not Jin ghosts. While not using the attack button lets you have your shield up in front of you, allowing you to block those not moblins, goblins, arrows, swords. Yeah, almost got him, and oh, holy shit! Did I just decapitate the not moblin goblin? Is that LCD blood? Oh, holy crap, this just got real! I just played a Nintendo game that has blood in it! I don't know what to think, this is all happening so fast. Oh wait, it's just his hand. That's handy. So after defeating some not moblin goblins and making your way through the dungeon, you get to face off against one of the 8 dickish dragon bosses. And oh boy, is it ever hard! As you can see, the boss battle takes place on the top screen, and there isn't much legroom to work with here. You only have 2 platforms to move on, and a shit ton of fireballs raining down on you. And no, not the pansy-ass fire arrow balls, actual fireballs, and they are hard as hell to dodge. If you don't have the Water of Life and the Tomahawk, you're as good as dead, since your shitty Master Sword barely does any damage to these guys, and you'll lose hearts fast. Like I said before, if you lose all your hearts, it's game over, and you gotta start at the beginning of the game. So yeah, that's fun. Once you beat the first dungeon, the rest of the game follows suit as you beat up the not moblin goblins and make your way to the dungeon's boss to kill it. As for the last dungeon, holy shit, what's even going on? It throws everything at you. If you somehow manage to beat the last boss, you're treated to a very touching and emotionally gripping cutscene that's not often seen in video games. It's so sad and heartwarming. I should also note that there's a second quest. Much like the other Legend of Zelda games, the key difference is the enemies are a little quicker and it's also harder. And that's the Game & Watch game Zelda. It's a very fun and enjoyable game. It's amazing how deep and complex this LCD Game & Watch game is, especially when you look at the other Game & Watch games out there that really present themselves more like an arcade game than a home console game. And it's very well done too. If you can, definitely give this game a go. And with that all said and done, until next time, keep on gaming. Hey viewers, thanks for watching. Like what you see, then hit that good old like button right down there, or you just give me a good old subscribe. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you're into that.